Edwards on the drive, goes inside the floater. Turn him over again. Booker scoops it up. Booker brings the boom.
Yes, sir. It's the NBA Hardwood Show, back with the two-man booth here. My man, Big T, back off the golf trip, ready to go. Had the golf winners yesterday in the U.S. Open. My guy, Mr. Spoon Man. It is always funny when these random guys that I just end up making names for, Tony, during the season, just randomly somehow ship like one of the biggest golf tournaments of the year. But I don't know how that happened, but congrats to him. I love to see it. And congrats to JBC. I saw him get another 100K shipper. So congrats to him in the old Galf. And also congrats to our guy ODB shipping a little poker tournament there, Big T. I forget what it was. It was like a 5K entry or something like that. But over $500,000 is the old winner. So congrats to him.
Yeah, I mean, 650, like 650K. And I mean, anyone that's been around the poker scene, the World Series is what everyone wants. Those bracelets mean so much to all those poker guys. And I know ODB, he didn't talk about it a ton, but he had a rough year last year with wins and stuff. And it makes it even sweeter to battle back and to win something. His fourth bracelet too, 4 bracelets is pretty impressive, but it was his first one and no limit hold'em too. So he got his first no limit bracelet, 4th overall, and 646K or something. Just awesome. We do the print factory with him, obviously, during football, and we always have a good time with that. Some of the trash talk back and forth and the football stuff. We always have fun. So love watching him take that puppy down. And awesome to see.
I will just say I drafted Bo Nix in his honor this morning. So I drafted that one for you, ODB, just for you, because I know
That'll
you
be
love
good mojo on a Monday morning to get after his guys after that.
Yeah, and he fell like 15 picks past ADP. I wasn't even planning on taking him, and I was just like, screw it for ODB. Screw it. I'll take him. So I did it. I did it for him and his dog Bo, or Cam, or whatever his dog's name is.
Cam Newton, Auburn.
Well, I thought he was renaming him. I thought he was renaming him Bo, though.
The next dog's going to be, now that he's got more 646K, he can buy another one, and he can name him Cam and Bo.
Cam and Bo. All right, there we go. His next dog will be Bo. But yeah, that was in your honor. All right, back to
and Big T Senior with a 20 grand win. He's not watching an NBA show, I'm sure, but if he's out there, 20K lunch is on him this week. 20K Big T Senior with Spoon Man as well.
I will just say I was gonna mention him, but then I said to myself, there is no fucking way he's watching this show right now. Just from what I know about Big T Senior, I'm not saying I know everything about him, but from what I've heard, there's no shot that he is watching this show at 10 a.m. on a Monday. If you are, though, Dan, you can hit us up in the chat.
Prove us wrong somehow.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't even know. Does he watch your golf shows?
No.
And I know he's like into golf.
No, he doesn't participate in any of our shows.
Unbelievable. Hate to see it. Big T Senior, but congrats to you. 20K richer, $20 pool. That's pretty cool. So yeah, love that. Big T, anything else? How was the golf trip? I mean, you weren't with me and Rubio on Friday. How was your golf trip?
Chris got the polo too. I like that. Some of the polos went out. Chris enjoying that polo. Golf's always fun. I just enjoy it. I mean, you know how it is. We do this every day. I probably do less than almost anyone, honestly. I don't not do much during the year. I haven't even played much golf this year. I've only played a few times. So it was nice to get away, and I still played MMA and NASCAR and everything, but it was nice to still get away a little bit. I wasn't in the just hourly grind that I've been all year. So it was nice I wouldn't say a full getaway because I still did a bunch, but it was nice. I'll say that. And to play some golf. It was fun.
Yeah, it's nice to get away, play a little golf. Love that. What do you guys think about the Bane trade? Tony, did you see the Bane trade?
Yeah.
Were you back for the Bane trade? So they
Actually, it's
gave
the
up.
first time in my life. No one ever usually breaks news to me either. With Twitter, I'm always on Twitter. I always see it. Somehow Grayson breaks the news to me, which is a good sign for him. He's like, it says Bane got traded. I'm like, what are you talking about? He didn't get traded. And I didn't even think like trades happened like right now. I thought it was like after the final stuff. I didn't even know you could like get traded right now while the season's still going. So I kind of made fun of him, and then it popped up on my Twitter.
I'll say this: I bet the NBA hated that they broke the trade during the finals.
How
But
are you even allowed to trade? I guess maybe it can't be legal until later or something. I don't know. But either
yeah,
way,
either
uh,
way, it's
I
it's
think it's a
happening.
good trade, honestly, for both teams in its own way, because you're getting a lot of picks one direction. I mean, Memphis wasn't going to win anything with that core. I mean, you gotta shift something up. I think they should try to find a way to trade Ja too, personally. But that's just me. I'm not a huge Ja guy. But from the Orlando side, you have to like it. You already got two staples, Franz and Paulo. Obviously, now you put a third option in there. Yeah, I like that. But now you got a third option, plus you got other young pieces too there. I love it from Orlando's side for sure. Add some shooting. They needed shooting. It's yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. From a player perspective and a fit, Desmond Bane I think fits perfectly. Plays defense. He's kind of you know just like one of those guys that he's gritty, and he can obviously hit shots, which they did need shooting. But he does fit like I think what the coach wants, defense and some offense there. So Desmond Bain helps there too. But it did feel like they gave up. I mean, 4 unprotected first round picks and a first round pick swap. That's a lot. I'll just say that. It's a
It's a
lot.
lot,
So
but they're going to be a good team though. They're young. I mean, those are going to be picks in the 20s, and I mean, it is a lot, but when you already have 2 stars and you're somewhat close to like going to the next level, I kind of like it just to take, because you never know with the draft picks too. You know what Bane is.
You know what, too? It kind of makes sense for a team like Orlando where, yeah, they've hit on a couple picks, but they've whiffed on a ton of
Oh,
picks
a ton
throughout
of
the
picks.
years. So,
Yeah.
like, so from that perspective, you're probably right. It's like, man, obviously they have Powell and France, but I can't tell you how many years I've watched Orlando draft and they just
Yeah.
whiff constantly,
And
especially like,
Paulo was can't miss anyway. So like
yeah.
you weren't missing on Franz,
It,
they hit
You
on,
know,
but
especially guards though, Big T. I feel like guards with them and bigs, like they just have whiffed constantly on those two positions. Like
yeah.
it's just, yeah. I guess it
And
does
it's
make a
even
little
harder to
sense.
pick in the 20s. I mean, you're picking
Yeah,
22nd. I mean, the hit rate in the 20s, I'd love to, someone smarter than me that can look this stuff up.
Spurs,
It can't
Spurs,
be good.
Spurs definitely have like the better hit rate when they
Yeah.
pick like in the middle or later in the draft. But
Yeah, I mean, I would
yeah,
better than 5 picks for Rudy Gobert. Yeah, I mean, these are the trades out there too. Like, I think it was a good
crazy,
trade. I think it was a good trade
crazy.
for Memphis though too, getting those picks, and
Well, I
I
do
would
too,
blow
and I
that
don't
team
think
up.
they're done. I don't think they're done, Tony. I think they're going to trade Triple J. I don't think they're going to trade Ja. I know you said Ja, but the
I
problem with
didn't say I
trading,
think they will. I said I would.
oh, I would. The problem with trading him now, though, is you're not getting him at peak value because of everything that happened. Man, if you traded
Who
him like
cares?
2 years ago, you could have gotten a fortune for Ja
Some
Morant. Like
bad team
now,
though, like I don't know who an example would be. Would always want a guy like Ja. These bad franchises, they'll do it just to get that name,
maybe.
because a lot of people still love Ja. I mean, I don't. I'm
I
not a
saw
big
our boy
Ja guy.
Memphis Doug in our Discord chat, and he said something like, "If they trade Ja, Memphis is gonna riot." And I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense. Like I could see that. Like they would definitely not be happy if they traded Ja Morant, but I do think they're gonna blow it all up here. I think Triple J's the next domino to fall here, which we've never really been Triple J, fans anyways. So I would get whatever
I'm
you can
not a
get
fan of
for him.
anything with those Memphis guys. So
Yeah, I'm
it's,
not either. Sacramento, that's a good example, Tony. A
yeah,
franchise like
that's a
Sacramento, they would
perfect
definitely do
example
it.
of who would want Ja.
Yeah, They would do it for
Who's
sure.
made
That's good
worse moves
people.
than Sacramento, by the way? We're not being results oriented either. We said that one, but like you're trading for all the Bulls rejects as older. I mean, I don't understand anything they've done. But
I have no. You know. I'm just gonna remember Sacramento the way I want to, which was like back when I was a young child and they had Peja Stojakovic and Chris Webber and
that
Mike
was the best
Bibby
team.
and
White chocolate.
Vladi, and I'm gonna remember them that way, Big
How
T,
dare
when they
you
were
not say
good.
white chocolate first on that team? He
Oh,
was what
white
made that team
chocolate.
fun.
White chocolate. Oh, one of
And
my
he
favorite
had to be
players.
one of your favorites. No way you didn't love white chocolate.
Dude,
I
I've
could just
retweeted.
see you out in the driveway, like putting it in your shirt and hitting it off your elbow. I could just see
Dude,
you.
I've retweeted white chocolate videos like constantly on my Twitter. I love white chocolate. One of my favorite players of all time. Definitely white chocolate. I used to copy all his moves. That is my favorite thing.
I could see you trying to copy all his moves.
Him and AI, I would try and copy all their moves every single time. Yep. 100%. I loved it. But yeah, he had swag.
Denver needs to re-sign Russ. I mean, the problem with Denver re-signing Russ is they got like the one thing about Russ that was nice was he was making no money whatsoever. He's gonna want more money now.
I don't know if he's gonna want like how much more money is the team gonna give him?
Dude, he was getting $3 million though. Like that's like I don't even know what to say. How cheap it is.
He wanted to win. He wanted to try and win.
Denver.
You don't think he'll go to like a good
I heard
team?
our boy Slappy was back in here. Here's old Slappy's back in 100K. I seen you Slappy with that 100K. What issues? They took the team that's going to win the title to 7, and they had a bunch of injuries. They don't have as many issues as people think. See how I got Denver worked back into this show again, like always. You say I always bring it back. There we go.
You did. I didn't bring. Well, you know what? Chat brought up Russ, so I'll. And you didn't bring up Jokic, so I'll give it a pass.
Some of these Jokic videos I've been dying to send out are just hilarious. The dude could not care less. He's over there having the time of his life. Just loving life.
Imagine if like Jokic in the offseason put in the work that like Kobe did. And like all these like killers, like how
what
good
would he even be better at though? See, you're gonna get me talking about him again. Like what would he even do?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like could he like he
I'm being
would
serious
definitely...
though. You make fun of me for Jokic, but what could he do better this year? Like what could he have done better in your opinion?
No, I don't know if he could have done much better. I mean, wait, do we think he had like the greatest playoff for him?
No, definitely not in the playoffs. But I think he was up against it too a little bit. I do think he was.
I'm just saying though, like that's where the superstar needs to come out and be like, I'm taking over.
He was still really good.
He was amazing. I'm just saying, I don't think it was his best run. And
I think he was bad, honestly. He had some great, and he still averaged 40 minutes, which he plays 40 minutes and 60 plus fantasy points, not playing his best. That's crazy. For example,
keyword being try to copy white shot. Yeah, well, what do you want from me? I'm not saying I perfected it.
The classic part, though. So he went 40 minutes and 60 fantasy points. SGA's been amazing. 37 minutes, 51 fantasy points.
I mean, from a fantasy perspective, Jokic is still like the GOAT of GOATs. Besides the only Russell Westbrook had the greatest fantasy year I can remember ever when he was just doing triple doubles every night. It was like every night too. He was doing, remember that? He was like 13 something at one point. Do you remember that year? It was it was one of his last years in OKC, I think, where he was just like a triple double nightly.
Yeah. The MVP year.
Yeah, it was the MVP year. Yeah. So yep. All right. Well, thanks for getting us off track, Big T, talking more Denver and Jokic. Appreciate it. Anything else here you want to get us off track with? Anything else going on? No. You want to tell the people how you laughed at me and texted me this weekend about a pick and then you were wrong?
No, I don't want to talk about UFC on the Monday morning NBA show. That is how we'll get sidetracked more.
Guy made fun of me for picking a dog who, and he was picking a favorite that was minus 1,000, and he made fun of me.
This is why I make fun of you, because this is what you do. Every week you have to pick some dog that just can't win. Every week, it's what you do.
He got headbutted.
You
Your
still
dude
did. You're
couldn't
like
even
victory lapping
finish
and you
him.
lost. He was going to lose
No,
anyways.
I'm not victory lapping. I'm saying that you laughed at me for making the pick,
because
and the
you
dude
can't
was.
you always want just some crazy pick. Like it's what you love one crazy one.
He was way more live than what people gave him credit for. He literally won on significant strikes, had more significant strikes than your dude, and your dude headbutted him because he couldn't finish him. Well, I don't know what you want.
Your dude was not going to win that fight, though. He wasn't going to win. He was just, my guy sucked. I admit, my guy sucked. And the card was terrible. Like
the card was one of the worst cards.
It was the worst. There was 2 people, though. It was, 13 fights? And only 2 guys scored over 100? That's insane.
When I saw like Rose Namajunas and some of these other people that scored terrible and they were contending for the optimal, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Dude,
like
Menefeld was in the winner.
Yeah, it's just crazy, though. It's absolutely crazy.
I don't know how he won either. I don't want to talk about the UFC.
The point is, he was not a minus 1,000 favorite. That line was
terrible. He just was
he was awful. Like, it was so bad.
There was like 3 or 4 straight fights where the guys just stood the whole fight and just did nothing.
Yeah, it was to the point where you're like, okay, you know, you just want a boring fight, or you trying to have a boring fight. No one wants to like.
And then all of a sudden they started like going. I know you headbutt him, but they were at least fighting at that point.
Especially your guy though. Your guy though, who I mean, like I don't know why he was just waiting for Cody to do something stupid. I guess it was because he was fighting Cody.
For the other person to do so. It was stupid. It was so dumb.
Well, normally in Cody fights, he does something really stupid, and so that guy was probably confused fighting him. He's like, you're supposed to do something stupid so I can counter you and destroy you. And he just didn't really do anything stupid. But the Bellato fight, that's another one. Was that a flop, Tony? Was that a flop?
I mean, the whole thing was embarrassing.
I wanted Paul Craig to win that so bad, but I'm done betting Paul Craig fights. I can't do it anymore.
Paul Craig's embarrassing. Like
they're both embarrassing. Absolutely.
The dude legit was trying to fight the ref.
I mean, he made it seem like he didn't know where he was, and then he started.
I'm pretty sure he didn't know where he was. I believe that part. He was like,
Did you see the look though? If that was acting, that was impressive because he went and then skirted back to the cage.
Not acting, I don't think. He definitely thought that.
It was funny when he started trying to fight the ref, and the ref was like, "Stop! Like I'm not him. Stop."
I'm surprised that's never happened where like the ref just gets pounded one time, because I'm sure it has happened. I just don't remember.
It's had to have happened once. I just can't remember.
When the dude just wakes up and just starts throwing, and it's the ref instead of the dude.
Oh my God. Yeah, whatever. Worst card. Hopefully we get better cards going forward, but that was definitely a bad one. All right. Sorry. I that time that's on me. I sidetracked us into UFC for a second, but let's get back to the hoops talk. There we go. We got our screen shared going. So Tony, last time out, like I said, me and Rubio were on the winning lineup. We were talking about it before we jumped on. Chet captain, which, I mean, Chet scored like 18 less than Pascal and the captain, but it was just the range that you fell at for like your last spot. And we saw like Hartenstein kind of busted that Pascal team. The best Pascal team had Hartenstein. And the Chet team, I think the difference was like Aaron Nesmith. So just that extra, like, what was that, like 800 or 900 difference, Tony, that got you, you know, instead of Siakam, you had Chet in the captain, but you got up to Nesmith, kind of won the optimal for the team, you know, on Friday. So, which I was like, whoa, because I thought watching the game, I was like, wow, Pascal has to be the winning captain. I wasn't even thinking Chet in my head. And then Chet ended up, I know Caruso captain was up there. I think that was the third optimal. And he was amazing. Like, I don't know if you get a better Alex Caruso game, and no one was higher on Alex Caruso than me and Rubio on that show. We talked him up. Some people asked me in the Discord if like what his highest like point total was. I said 20. He scored exactly 20. But the thing with Caruso that I was shocked at, I thought he was going to play like 35, 40 minutes. And he only played 30 minutes. I thought that was low. I don't know why he doesn't play 40 or close to 40. He is by far the X factor on that team. That whole like first 2.5, 3 quarters. I mean, Alex Caruso, if he didn't play as good as he did, the Pacers could have had a massive lead in that game. And Alex Caruso saved them multiple times, big play after big play. I don't know why he doesn't play 40 a night, Tony. I don't know if it's just because OKC has to play more guys. If he's not comfortable playing big minutes, I don't know what it is, but I didn't get that. But they did end up winning a game that I thought the Pacers should have won, but had some unfortunate calls, had a few, missed free throws towards the end that hurt, had a few before the inbounds fouling guys that hurt too at the end, but 2-2 going back to OKC. I know you were super high on OKC to start the series. Are you still as high on them? Let's get your thoughts first on the finish of the series here.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana had them on the ropes. I got a bunch of big bets on the Thunder. One of them already lost. My biggest bet to win in 4 or 5, lost that. Indiana's just been really good. I mean, they have them figured out. It's been fun to watch Caruso. I wanted to show an example too from our content, like how hard it is when you nail these. It's just really hard. So watch me share this. So here's the sheet we've been doing on Run Pure. If anyone wants to check it out, we've got 4 of us, including us 2, and then AP and JBC. JBC's won 1 million slates, but this is how hard it is. So like we both have Caruso in our cores the other night. I got Obi topping too. You got McConnell, who's been good in the series, but Obi crushed. But you got SGA captain, who was just bad. So that right away, even though we nail these, it's tough with Shea captain. You go down, like we're all over Caruso and Obi. We both got these guys in here. But then you got other situations. All of a sudden, okay, guys, I don't like Chet and Neesmith. Both these guys ended up in the winner. So you hit on a few things. You love it. I mean, 2 guys in the core that were probably the 2 best play. Well, Pascal too, the 2 best plays of the slate. But I also missed where Chet was really good. Neesmith was good enough. So it just shows like how hard it is to hit on these. You gotta have a lot of good takes, and you got to go with your conviction because I mean, all 4 of us have Shea captain, which I still think was probably pretty good because our values hit. Our values were good. He just needed to be a little better early in the game. But this is the type of thing we do for the people every game, where you can see all of our percentages and stuff. Where I mean, I don't know what Caruso. I think Caruso was 30% owned, but look across. I mean, all of us got him 30 to 50%. And in that range, it's just I think people have liked this sheet where you can kind of see where we're at all the way down the board with stuff. I mean, look at JSU, 50 to 70% Obi Toppin right there. I mean, he was awesome in that game. And now as you take it back to the other sheet, which I was doing, you got stuff like that. Okay, now tonight, Obi Toppin is 6K now. We've been waiting for the price break, but my God, they bump him all the way up to 6K, which it just shows you, like, look in this range. The 3rd most expensive guy is all the way up here, 7,200. You got to come all the way down here for Obi at 6K. So it just shows you that every series things go differently. And man, Obi, 6K.
A couple other things too, like on the last show, and you can kind of see it in the rankings and stuff. Like I like Pascal over Halliburton. I said it on the show. From the content, you can see that I like Pascal over Halliburton. That was obviously, correct. And I put him, I mean, I was aggressive and projected him ahead of Halliburton. I know that some people don't do that. Some people just get them like closer to each other or something like that. But that was right. But we talked about it, Tony, me and Rubio. The mid-tier was the tier we hated the most because it was the hardest to project. The Lou Dort, Aaron Neesmith, Andrew Nemhard. The only guy that we knew we loved was Alex Caruso. Like we saw him as the clear best guy in that range. But that was the hardest. And we were like, try not to fade these guys because it's going to be some random one of these guys that probably ends up in the winner, even though we don't like a lot of these guys. It's because like they're going to get like 22 or 24 and be on the winner, even though it's not like a great score. It's just like from price. And what happened? Like Aaron Nesmith was on the winner with 24. Like not a great game, but 24, and he's on the winner. Hartenstein, if he scores 19.75 instead of like 13.5 or whatever he had, he's on the winner with the Pascal captain. That was the difference. He needed 19.75 fantasy points, 6.25 more fantasy points, and he's on the winner instead of the Chet team. So it's just showing you that those mid-tier guys, price means a lot because you don't need those guys to score a ton in this series to hit the winner, right, Tony? Especially when SGA captain is not the winner, and it's one of those a little cheaper captains at the top, like Chet, Pascal, who have a $3,000-$4,000 price gap between the top tier guys.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Totally agree with all of that. Actually, I want to pull the other sheet back up because I wanted to look at the. Hold on, there we go. I was going to look at the price differences. So just go down the list because I think it always helps. And I didn't realize we still had the prices from last game up. So you got.
I fixed it. I thought.
I mean, it was perfect because I want to from last game to this game. I wanted to see.
Yeah.
So SGA is about the same. Halliburton's about the same. Jalen, same thing. Pascal actually gets the bump up, but I mean, same prices though, but a bump above Jalen. Chet gets a little bit of a bump up to 8,800, which honestly, I think Chet is getting a little too close to. I haven't liked Chet in this series that much either, but he's getting a little too close to the top 4 for my liking. Miles Turner is still just in no man's land where you really can't. It's not a Turner series, at least for me. You can't really see that. Nembhard. Here's one. Man, Nembhard all the way down to 5,600, a 1,200 price break. He hasn't been great in this series, but man, 5,600 immediately becomes back into play.
I mean, he hasn't been great from a fantasy perspective, but
he's been amazing
key.
on defense.
He's been key amazing for this team, for sure.
Maybe the most important guy. Well, I want to talk about this in a minute. Remind me about this.
Yeah.
Okay, Nembhard, 56. Nesmith, even Nesmith is a little cheaper. Granted, these guys are going on the road now too, so some of these guys I don't think will be, but still, both these guys, nice price breaks. Caruso goes up, which he should. I mean, but this price is fair now. Like Caruso shouldn't be this much more than these two guys, even though I like Caruso more. He shouldn't be that much more than Nembhard and Nesmith. Lou Dort is down too. Lou Dort goes cheaper, where he's working his way back into play now too as he gets cheaper. Hartenstein was the big talk last game, going back into the lineup. He just isn't good in this series. Like we've said it all series. Granted, he was super cheap, so I did like him more going back to the starting lineup. And I still think he's a decent play at 5K just because of the price. But, man, it's just not a series. For him to hit the winner, he's going to have to just do it through blocks and rebounds and stuff like that, floaters. But he's still going to have to get like 20, like you said last game. If he gets 20 or so, he's in the winner. He's going to need that. But Kaysen Wallace, where's old Kaysen's getting cheaper again. And then the big bump, Obi, like we said, Obi all the way up to 6K now, which we both have loved Obi in this series. But am I paying more for Obi than Nembhard and Nesmith? I don't really see how I can do that personally, especially when TJ McConnell, who I think we agree that Obi, TJ, and Benny Math, the whole series, we've loved these three. Now you got two of them are still the same price, and Obi's 6K. It just makes it tough. Wiggins is starting to work his way back down, but not the spot. Benny still 4K. Shepard, who we just don't like, 1,200. Isaiah Joe, 1,400. And then obviously Thomas Bryant and where is old Kenrich is 1,600. But I mean, like Thomas Bryant's not going to play. Yeah, I mean, so not a ton to gain from the pricing. I was wondering what we would see, but the big ones that jump out to me, Caruso's pretty high now, Obi's super high, and Nemhard and Neesmith look pretty cheap. What sticks out to you from all the pricing?
Yeah, I mean, Lou Dort, going back to where, in my opinion, he should be priced. I mean, he was 5,800 a couple games ago, and now he's 4,600. So he's getting down there close to where he should be priced. Between Hartenstein, TJ, I think that's kind of fair for him. Andrew Nemhard's price, like this is a good example, Tony, of someone that will probably under project, but we shouldn't like just fade because he could end up on the winner. You know what I mean? Just like with a low score, like even just low 20s. Like he had 20 last game. I think he was the difference on the Caruso team that came in. It was the third best team, the Caruso captain team, and he was the difference. And I forget exactly how many points, but he needed like 6 something more to be on the winner. So he doesn't have to give a massive score. And that was at 6,800. Now he's 5,600. So he probably only needs like the Aaron Neesmith score from last game, right? Like low 20s, like 23, 24, as opposed to 26, 27. And that's a decent difference. You know what I mean? So, I don't love him in the series because of what he's doing defensively. It's kind of probably taking it out of him a lot more. So he's, handling it less offensively. And you can see it too, right? Like in the series and stuff like that. Like Obi's had more responsibility. Benny Math, when he's been out there, TJ, they played TJ a little bit more with Halliburton. I think that's interesting because of how good he's been. Obi obviously gets the uptick because I think they like playing smaller. He fits this series a lot more, in my opinion, more than Miles Turner does, which that's another thing too. Like Miles Turner, I mean, he needed to be better in that last game. 0 for 6 from 3, 3 for 10 from the field, 30 minutes, 5 personal fouls, 17 fantasy points. He was bad. Like
his
one of those
wide open too. Like he's got to make them.
Except for that last 3 but it was like kind of desperation and he kind of like stepped back 3. But man, if he just played a little better, like the Pacers probably could have won that game, but he was bad. And Obi Toppin, which was funny, like you showed the exposures. Like one of the things I loved about him was I thought when he hit that 5K price point, people would start to be a little afraid of him, right? Like, oh man, now Obi's got the bump.
You must love him now then with that 6K tag.
6K, now you need 27. Like now you need that 25. Well, not 27, maybe 25 to 27 probably. But the good thing about Obi, out of everyone on the team, Tony, he's the guy off the bench they're most willing to give upper 20s minutes to. Out of everybody, Benny Math, TJ McConnell, all those guys that are good on the bench. Look at Benny Math. I mean, Benny Math in game 3 had the best game you could ask, right, Tony? And he got 22 minutes. And he had the best game you could ask for, and he got 22 minutes. Obi Toppin's gotten close to 30 in multiple games.
And the best point you bring up is that because for Benny Math to really hit his minutes upside, where's it going to come from? Nemhard, Neesmith, Halliburton? Those
and
3.
Shepherd.
Well, I'm not even Shepard's whatever he is. I'm talking guys on the court. But, like, he's not playing over those 3 when it matters. Like, he's just not, unless there's foul trouble. However, Obi could 100% play over Miles Turner. He could 100% play over him, and he probably should play over him. He's just been better in this series. So you have a clear path to minutes with him. Whereas when the rotation tightens up, Benny Math could play 8 minutes tonight. I don't think Obi Toppin's ever playing less than 20 minutes tonight.
Yeah, unless they're really struggling offensively and Benny Math comes in and catches fire, that's his path, right? Like the Pacers are really struggling offensively. Benny Math comes in, gives them a spark. And even then, he's
It's
getting like 20 minutes. He's not even getting like 25 or 30.
the Pacers cannot play without these two on the court. They can't. And obviously you need Halliburton. You have to have Nembhard's defense and Neesmith's defense on the court. You just have to.
I also think you have to have Pascal or Obi on the floor.
Correct. Pascal's going to be on 100%. Pascal's going to be on the court. Like
here's the thing though with Pascal. Even me and Rubio talked about this. Like his minutes, 35, 30, 32, 35. Even he loses a few minutes to Obi Toppin at times.
All the way down the list, too. They just won't give him. So game 5 here, he played 40 minutes. Game 5. So it is a lesson for tonight, though. Both game 5s. So versus the Bucks, it was 3-1. Oh, that was overtime. Game 5 versus the Cavs. Huge game. Game 5 versus the Cavs. He played 40. Played 43 in game 1. That was overtime, too. So maybe he plays 40 tonight, Pascal. What did Obi play in those games? Game 5, Obi play. That was another big game from Pascal right there. Where's Obi? Obi played. Obi, yeah, he's got more run, which I think he should get more run this series because it's more of an Obi series than a Miles Turner series for me.
Yeah, because Obi, he can get out and transition. He's been hitting the 3 too, which is huge. Miles Turner, that's what Miles Turner does. That's why they because it opens up the floor for Pascal and Halliburton to drive. So they normally like Miles Turner out there for the ability to kick it to him and the pick and pop ability, in the pick and roll and stuff. But Obi's been huge. So when he's hitting the 3, it makes it a lot easier for you to say, okay, I'm going to give you some of Miles Turner's minutes, because if Miles is not having a good game and not hitting the 3, then, he's not really needed in this series as much. So it does make sense that Obi Toppin does play a little bit more. But I like what you brought up. Game 5, the minutes, I could see 2-2 series. I could definitely see Pascal getting into the high 30s or 40, which has to make him one of the better spends on this slate. And on top of it, he's just been really good in the series.
Really good. And yeah, tonight's the game. Make no mistake about it. We can say whatever we want. And I'm not saying the series is over either way if one of the teams loses, because it's not. But 2-2, going back after the way this series has gone, this game is huge tonight. You have to think both rotations are, if you're not getting it done, you're not playing minutes. I don't care who it is. And you got to think they condense, which means Pacers side probably doesn't mean as much because Ben Shepherd, I think these roles are pretty condensed. Like they got 9 guys. Shepherd only played 12 minutes. I think that maybe even plays less. Maybe he plays 8 minutes tonight, but somewhere in that range. Benny Math, I think you nailed it. I think while we would think he'd play more minutes, I think 14 is a pretty safe number with him. And then TJ, TJ's always going to play the same 15 to 18 type thing. Obi, I think we can project similar to last game where him and Turner, and then those 4, I just think play Halliburton, Pascal, Nembhard, and Neesmith. I think they just play. So I don't know. Miles Turner would be the downside for me, which I haven't liked him the whole time. Benny Math probably honestly isn't a great play tonight too for a lot of the stuff you said. I don't know if I trust TJ way more than Benny Math because TJ is going to bring that energy and he has a role when Halliburton is not in there. TJ is going to initiate a lot of offense for them. So I don't know.
And TJ's guaranteed, in my opinion, he's guaranteed more minutes than Benny Math. That doesn't mean Benny Math couldn't play more than TJ in the end, but he's guaranteed, in my opinion, more. Like you said, he's getting like 15 to 18, whereas Benny Math, he's not guaranteed 15 to 18. He could play 15 to 18 minutes, but he's not guaranteed.
He could play that.
And the other thing too, Tony, in the last 2 games, Thomas Bryant, 3 minutes in DMP.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, though, that boosts Obi Toppin, Pascal, even Miles Turner to an extent when they just go to a 3 big rotation as opposed to a 4. Because it makes a difference when you're giving Thomas Bryant 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 8 minutes. That makes a difference. That's 8, 10, 12 minutes you can disperse to Obi and, Pascal and Miles to get them all close in minutes, which is what they've done in the series.
I mean, I think you can safely give. That's one of the things I think you should do when you're doing your projections for these games and stuff is give 96 minutes to Pascal, those three, Pascal, Turner, Obi. Okay, how do we think it lines up? If I think Pascal plays 35, then that leaves what? 61 minutes between the other two. Is it 30 and 30 again? Is it what is it? Because they're going to play 96, close to it. If it's not 96, it's right around 96.
And they're going to play 96, barring like a minute or two of randomness. So.
Probably on the other end too, where maybe they're smaller for a couple minutes or something. But there's not going to be a time where all three of them are on the court. So at least I don't think. I mean, maybe I don't even know what would have to happen. This is something crazy.
No, there won't be a time, and because like you said, they need one of those guys out there for defense, right? Neesmith, Nembhard, and they still play enough guys, Tony, right? They still rotate the other guard positions enough. And that was another reason why I liked Obi a lot, was like the big position is at least somewhat condensed now with no Thomas Bryant. You know what I mean? You're getting close to 30 or more from every guy, all three bigs, which is valuable.
I don't understand why they play Ben Shepherd too. Like if I'm them tonight,
I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it.
If there's ever been a time to go for a win, though, it's tonight. So I'm going to leave Ben Shepherd in my player pool, but I mean, I'm not counting on anything.
I'm not leaving him in my player pool. Fuck that guy. If he beats me, I lose. I'm not leaving. I'm not doing it. I refuse to. He's so bad. I can't do it. But yeah, Binair, what's up, buddy? They announced the King of the Course. Oh, another just great promo. One thing DraftKings just crushes in right now are these promos, man. They are doing an awesome job. Just new promos. They did the King of the Course for golf this weekend, which honestly they should do every weekend. It's awesome. Minimum $5. You bet a guy, one guy. And if they have the most birdies on day 3 and 4, then you win. And look at this. 76 people, Tony, had Tom Kim. They won $13K.
I'm actually stunned that it was even that many.
13K.
I thought it might be like a historic, like 10 people win $100K or something.
Do you know where Tom Kim was on the leaderboard starting day 3?
It had to be towards the bottom. I mean,
I think he was +6, right? That wasn't like a retort. I was asking.
I don't know off the top of my head. I know he wasn't towards the
chat.
top.
Was he at the bottom? I think he was towards the bottom. Yeah. I don't know if 6 was like the cut line or if it was 7, but I know he was like somewhere down there, I think. Yeah. And 13K. Man, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, shout out to DraftKings. Just another awesome promo. I want them to do it for all the sports, Tony. UFC, NASCAR, do it for everything. Give us like the fastest lap, or I don't know what you would do for NASCAR. I have no idea. But you could think of something. Like you can do it for every sport. Like the big events for sports, not like every week, but like the big events, All right. Question. Do we like who? Who the heck is D. Lee?
Do you like his D. Lee?
Do I like it? Oh, Tom Kim? What? I don't even know what that is. I'm confused.
How did you get Tom Kim from that?
I have no idea. I have no idea what that means.
You just said Tom Kim from it.
Well, we were talking about Tom Kim. I'm confused.
Oh, you got me dying.
9 birdies, 9 bogeys, or worse. Slow Tom Kim. Well, had the most birdies. That's all that matters. Fave captain. Well, we'll get to that. Let's talk about that now. That someone just sidetracked us with Oh, D stands for defense, not dick. Ah, okay.
What is it? I still don't get it though. Okay, defense Lee. Do you like his defense Lee?
I still don't know who we're talking about.
What does defense Lee mean though?
I don't know. Defensively? Do we like him defensively?
Oh.
I have no idea.
Oh, Lee's in the chat. He's being there said, "Oh, it was a person." Okay. Do you like his D? He was asking. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was so confused. I was like, "What the hell are we talking about?"
This guy's like, "Move on." We don't move on. We get sidetracked.
Yeah, we get sidetracked, and then we try and figure out what the hell's going on in chat. So, okay, at least that makes more sense. Settle down, Sky City. Move on when we're ready. All right, Big T, let's get into the captains and break down top to bottom.
That was the funniest part, B. There, all of a sudden, he just said something about Tom Kim.
Well, because we were talking about Tom Kim.
Why though?
Because he won the King of the Course. So we were talking about Tom Kim.
Oh,
someone brought up Tom Kim in chat. I thought we were talking about Tom Kim in the King of the Course promo. And then all of a sudden, someone posts that.
D. Lee, and you're like, Tom Kim?
I was like, what the hell are we talking about?
Oh, it's so funny.
Moist chat now. Jay loves the moist. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Think what you want. I have no idea. I'm lost. All right. Do you want to keep talking about NBA or do you want to get into moist D League conversation?
I kind of do, but yeah.
I kind of do. Okay. He was answering Lee Price's question. Okay. I don't even see Lee Price in this chat. Oh, there he is. I see him now. All right. Are you playing SGA? What are you doing with SGA? Let's start at the top here. Captain, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep shoving him in there because I still think, I mean, he's been bad the last 2 games for sure, but I think they made an adjustment, and this is where I love the playoffs because of the adjustments. And at the end of that game, people won't notice this, at least people that don't like this stuff like me. I love stuff like this, sets and stuff. They kept setting that screen at the end where SGA would set a screen and they would switch, and it would get actually Neesmith on SGA, which Nembhard's been guarding SGA so good that the switch would get one-on-one SGA and Neesmith, and he was just destroying him. So they're going to do that now where just like in all NBAs, it's all adjustments. You're going to see it. How will Indiana counter back against that will be the question. But they're just going to keep screening with SGA to get Nembhard off of him. How will Indy adjust is my question in my head. I don't really know if they have an answer for that. So I think tonight is the SGA game where we get the biggest game in the series is only 61. I think we see a game mid-60s tonight. I think it's the SGA game because I think they finally figured out how to get him where he needs to be. And I think that he goes tonight. I think it's the SGA game. So I'm definitely on SGA.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be lower. I like the next tier captains. I think it's a J-Dub game. I think J-Dub is slowly starting to figure it out in the series. And we've seen these the second tier of captain. They don't have to put up a big game. And 26 and 27 actual points in the last 2 games. He's starting to catch on a little bit. Still hasn't really done much from 3, but I think he's going to be the guy that ends up benefiting from this action that you're talking about, Tony, because I think whatever the Indiana does, they can't allow that just to be the easy, switch. You know what I mean? Because Nembhard's been doing so many good things, and I think J-Dub's going to get a lot of action on the rolls because it's those 2 guys, I think, that are going to be in the action, right? J-Dub and SGA most of the time?
100% it's going to be those 2. I mean, maybe when Caruso's in there, it could be him too, but it's definitely going to be those guys, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think J-Dub's the benefactor. I could be wrong, but, we saw Chet. And, again, Chet 1,000 more, but he had a modest like 39 and was the captain winner on this slate. Could J-Dub have like low 40s and be the captain winner? I think it's possible. I think for 43, 44 captain winner, and the same thing with like Pascal. I think so. Like those two for me, I think are going to be my main targets. I said it last time. I said Pascal, he played 32 minutes in game 3 and he had 40 fantasy points. He was awesome, and he lost run because the lineup that was in late kind of got hot. So he lost some minutes. He gained minutes in the last game, gained 3 minutes, scored 50 fantasy points. I think he could gain more minutes again. Like, I think he could go from 35 to 38. And if that happens, I just think he's a good play here, and I could see it happening. So I think I'm on the next tier of captains, Pascal, J-Dub here, but I get it. What are you doing with Halliburton? Because he's definitely the guy that I'm worried the most with at the top. He's also the guy I think.
There's 0% chance I play a Pacers captain tonight. There's literally no way I'm playing a Pacers captain.
Okay, so you don't like him then, because I was going to say he's got to be the most boom bust Pacers.
Most boom bust
play.
For sure. Definitely, 100% agree with you. But I don't see the boom coming tonight, personally.
Yeah, I don't see it either. AG, I agree. You made Lee famous. So okay, so you don't like Pascal,
I like when we disagree because it makes the show fun too. But like I couldn't imagine playing Pascal captain tonight. That's what makes the show fun, though. I feel like he hit the total nut last game. I think these three are more likely outcomes right here.
See, this is our difference right here. I don't think he hit his total nut outcome.
5 steals.
He shot 6 for 15 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3.
You think he can get more than 50 fantasy points on the road?
I'm just telling you right now. He played 35 minutes. I think that could go up a few more minutes. He shot 6 for 15 from the field. I think that could be better.
Though. We talked about this. You got 96 minutes. Where is the extra minutes coming from?
You think that Obi is guaranteed 28, 29 minutes? Because I don't.
He's been playing so good. I think he is.
I don't think he's guaranteed.
I think Obi's guaranteed to play 25. Let's just
25. 25.
So you got
I think Miles Turner's guaranteed to play anywhere from 27 to 32 minutes.
Let's just start with just the minimum. Okay. You got Miles Turner
at 27.
27. Obi,
and that what's your low?
What?
That was his low in the series, by the way, was 27.
Okay, so 27. Yep. Obi, what do you think his minimum is?
I think it's 24 is his minimum. Okay. He has played 19 in the series, though, so it could be low.
It doesn't matter. Just start with the low. Okay, so Obi 24, Turner 27, Pascal, let's just say 35 for sake
35.
Sake of argument.
Yeah, safe for the sake of argument.
35, 27, 24.
And in this argument, are we giving Thomas Bryant 2 minutes?
No, we're not giving Thomas Bryant any minutes. No.
Okay, good. So
you got 86. So you got 10 minutes if they get to the full 96, which I don't think you don't think Pascal could take 4 or 5 minutes of that 10. You think it's impossible. Yeah, he could. I think it would come from Turner, though, for sure. Like, I could see it being.
But even then, Tony, if you gave Turner, let's just give Turner 2 minutes for sake of argument, right? You gave Obi 3 minutes. That's 27. That's 29. And Pascal getting 50. You're still hitting that number or close to it.
I mean, like these are pretty consistent. Like for Turner, 30, 30, 27, 28. So if you give.
Damn you will. Anytime Big T's writing stuff down, he's on to something.
Correct. He
used a legit pen and paper too. Is the funniest part. Look at this
best part
guy.
This is a brand new notebook and a brand new pen because I left my other one on the.
I got a question. Do you still have the old notes on that? Do you still have the JSU?
I don't.
What was the note? Was it cat? I can't remember. What was the
cat? Whatever it was, I freaking owned you in it. Whatever the note.
Unbelievable. No, he got. Oh no, it was Porzingis. You had the. From when he got sick.
You freaking were on
Unbelievable.
I wish I still had that because you were on Porzingis and Cat in the freaking
He cut the clap or something like that. All of a sudden, the
Porzingis.
guy fucking he's sick. What do
At
you
the
want
end
me
of
to
the
do?
playoff, we should have like a reenactment of all of our worst takes and we make fun of each other because you were on Porzingis.
Wait, I thought that's just what we do after every show. Like,
but
the
I
next
always
show,
forget though. I don't remember. Like I
You,
wanted
oh,
to remember.
no. I won't let you chat. Does this fucking guy ever forget when he knows that he won an argument? There is no
I
way.
hadn't thought about it. You just brought it up. I didn't think about it.
You hadn't thought about it, Big T. You had that on your notepad.
I know it's not here anymore
later.
though. My notebook's blank.
2 series later, and you still had it on your notepad.
I know. I wish I still had it because I'd show it right now. I don't have it anymore though.
Oh God. Damn it. I like Porzingis one game and the guy goes out with an illness 5 minutes into it. What do you want? All right. So we disagree on the top tier. You love SGA. We both don't like Halliburton.
I like J-Dub. I like Dub too, though. Those are my two guys. The SGA.
Okay, so
Dub.
you half agree with me on the captains.
I don't like even Chet either. I'm definitely not on Chet. So
yeah, I like J-Dub and Pascal. Like those are my two guys. So we just disagree on Pascal.
And I'm not going mid-tier tonight either, I don't think. I'm looking at who I would go mid-tier because just so we can clear the cat. Like there's no way him, no way Caruso. Definitely no OKC guys I can play mid-range. And I'm not playing a Pacers guy on the road. So my only two captains tonight, definitely SGA and Dub.
Okay. So the next tier, we both don't like Chet. We already talked about that. A captain. Are you playing Chet, though, in the util where you have some Chet?
Yeah,
in the util?
I'll have some Chet for sure. But it's going to be the same thing where I project him for – I mean, I thought he played pretty good last game, pretty good. It's still not to 40. His minutes have gone up every game too, 24, 28, 35, 37, up each game. And you got to think that it's even more condensed tonight from this side. I mean, tonight, I wouldn't be surprised at all if any of these three just didn't play. Because if you watch, this is what I love about the playoffs. We thought OKC was so deep. All of a sudden, Indiana is playing these matchups so nicely that OKC's down to literally like 3.5 players they can play on their deep rotation. Like all these guys have been bad. Kaysen's been bad. Dort's always Dort. Hartenstein's been horrible. So you got literally SGA, Dub, Caruso, Chet, maybe not even a full Chet, really. He hasn't been. I mean, you're limited a little bit. They're not as deep as we thought they were when it comes to this matchup.
Well, and Cason Wallace, I mean, you got to remember, he's played awesome in the playoffs kind of until this series. But this series, he's definitely struggled. They got him out of his element, too, just randomly starting him.
Why did they do that anyways? I still don't get why they did that.
I think maybe because they thought that they were probably worried about the pace and the way the Pacers play, and they wanted another on-ball defensive guy. That's honestly, be honest, like he has played really well in the playoffs. Like
he's played awesome.
So I could see from their perspective saying we don't want to play big with this team. This team's going to run. We want to play smaller. Kayson's been awesome. We want to keep Caruso off the bench. So if we got to choose a guy, we'd rather have Caruso be our guy coming off the bench. We'd rather have Kayson be the guy that starts. So
is there any way they just start Caruso?
That's what they should do. I don't think they will. I think they're going to continue.
I don't think they will either, but I agree that they probably just should. I mean, why not? I just have always wondered this from an NBA perspective, and someone smarter than me could probably answer, but why do you not just want your 5 best guys playing as many minutes as you can in these spots? I don't get it. Especially
when there's potentially 3 games left in the year. You've gotten this far. Like, what are you holding back for now? I remember one point.
I'm glad you said this because you just reminded me of what I wanted to say. I don't think Game 6 is until Friday, right?
Game 6
I think it's Friday.
I'll tell you right now because I got the schedule up. Game 6 is Thursday.
Thursday? It is Thursday? What is it, Thursday, Sunday?
So we go Thursday, Sunday, but all on ABC. Thursday, Sunday, 8:30, 8:30, 8 on Sunday.
It still serves the same point though. You got so much rest in between. Like just
So much.
limit these rotations, which I think they will. This game tonight is huge for both teams, obviously. It's bigger for OKC though.
So maybe Caruso does get into like the close to the mid 30s as opposed to 30 minutes.
I mean, the last two, 32 and 30, everyone knows he's clearly their fourth best guy, like by a mile.
Clearly.
Maybe even their third best guy.
I think he's their third most important guy. That's not talent. Yeah. That's different from talent. I think he's their third most important guy.
Chet does alter shots too. Chet's probably, we both love Caruso. Chet's probably, but either way, he is by far one of those dudes. So maybe he plays 35 minutes or something. So,
I mean, he should. I remember one point in the second quarter. In the second quarter, it was like 4 or 5 minutes left, and I think it was Cason Wallace who came back in, and he pointed at Caruso, and Caruso looked at him, and he literally pointed at his own chest like, me? Like, you want me out? Like, he was surprised that they wanted him to come out, and then he came back in like 2 minutes later, but I'm like, why? Why even do that? Like, just let him finish out the second half. Like, there's 4 or 5 minutes left. Makes no sense to pull him out for 2 minutes and put him back in.
I never understand why the teams do that. It makes no sense.
Kills the rhythm.
Here's a very similar, not exactly, but here's Game 5 versus Denver, 2-2, going home to OKC. Got to beat Denver, right? You got to win Game 5. You can't go back to Denver. You can't go back to Indy. Here's what they did that game where this was, again, this was Jalen who's not going to play. But if you flip that to Kenrich, that's 10. 5 and 11, 18. It's very similar, honestly, to last game here where Kenrich played 11, Isaiah Joe played 5, Wiggins played 8. And then you had this. I think these minutes, I mean, Dort, if he doesn't get in foul trouble, I think this is a good number. Caruso, mid-30s. Hartenstein around 20. These guys around 40. I think these minutes are pretty solid, honestly. I think it matches with Denver and it matches with the last game. So while I would like to take Kenrich and say he might not play, I think these 11 minutes might be somewhat legit.
Yeah, and Cason Wallace, what do you have him at, 24 minutes? Is that what you have him at?
19 last game, but in the Denver game, he played, what did I say? 18 minutes in the Denver game. So I think 18 minutes could be 18, 19 minutes is a good number. Yeah,
because you have to think Caruso's stealing minutes from him.
100%. I mean, you just do the math. It's the same thing we talked about with Indy. These three are going to be on the floor, the three studs. Dort is going to be on the floor to defend. Yep. And then it's Caruso, Cason Wallace, Hartenstein. Like, it's just how it is.
Okay, so what are we doing with this range? The Miles Turner, Caruso, Toppin. I don't know. Do you want to throw Nembhard, Nesmith, Hartenstein? Like, what are we doing with those guys?
Let me pull up a different view because it's easy. It's harder to view from that sheet. Let me.
Yeah. Miles Turner 7,200, Caruso 6,800. Oh, by the way, I figured out the screen, the Saber.
Is it fixed?
So all you have to do, Tony, I'll show. Are you going to run it? Because I'll show you when you run it.
I mean, I can run it just to do it. I'm not going to change any of my numbers, though.
So go up to the top right corner. You see what it says, like toggle up at the top right.
Where? Right here? Yeah.
You see that? Click it.
So have the game go up like that?
Did you click that box? I can't see. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I clicked it. Yeah.
It's the okay. I see you now. Yeah.
Does it need to be down or up though?
Well, no. It's whatever you had it at before you clicked it. Once you click it, it won't do the thing where it auto scrolls up.
I don't know what I had it at. Let's run through these real quick. I'll run it though. Let me see. Let's give him Tyrese. I mean, J Dub's got to be higher. Well, we can run it real quick.
45. Yeah, lower on Tyrese.
I want to be lower. Actually, let's not go that low. 42. Let's give Chad. That's pretty good in there. Pascal, we got to give 60 for you.
No, just give him at 40.
Turner, Nemhard. I mean, Lee can leave a lot of these the same. Caruso. Let's bump Caruso a little bit.
Yeah, bump
him. Let's even bump Obi up a little bit, even though he's more expensive. Actually, let's just talk about this range while we go. So I mean, I am definitely not going to like Miles Turner, so I'm going to go lower on him.
Yep.
Caruso, we both love. Obi, we both love, so we're higher on them. Nemhard, I mean, I'm okay going a little bit over. So Obi, let's just look at this range. So Caruso, Obi, Nemhard, Neesmith, Hartenstein. Those five. How do we rank? I mean, Hartenstein's got to be the worst for sure.
Yeah.
Neesmith's got to be the second worst for sure for me, right?
Yeah.
And then, so the tough one for me is Obi and Nemhard. Nemhard starting's got a solidified role. I like Caruso the most for sure of this group by a lot. So Obi and Nemhard, same price now. They were a huge price difference. Same price now. Can we still play Obi over Nemhard, or what do we? I mean, Nemhard's still due for a foul trouble game too. I'll just throw it out there. He's due for foul trouble one of these games, and it's in OKC. I mean, don't be surprised if Nemhard's in foul trouble tonight.
SGA had two free throws going into the fourth quarter last game. Like, I don't think that happens again. But also, Tony, if they do get that switch more and they do attack, that's
correct.
Better in terms for it's worse for Neesmith, right? And better in terms. So the question is, do we think Obi Toppin is going to hit threes? Because in the games that he's hit threes, he's done really well. Like, those are the games where he's kind of crushed.
Honestly, all these plays might be bad plays too, now that they're priced up. Well, that's why I want to run it, though, just to see what we get, because
I think if you give Andrew Nemhard like an honest, like 24, 25 type projection, he's still going to hit a decent amount at his price.
Who do we want higher, Obi or now? I think the more I think about it, the more it sounds crazy, but I think I like Obi more. I don't know how, but I do, I think.
I think I'm going to project him slightly higher just because, again,
Obi?
Just slightly, though, Obi. Very slightly.
Okay, we'll just give – I mean, like I always say in these showdowns, all that matters is who's higher than the other one. The number doesn't matter as much. So, Caruso, Obi, Nemhard, Neesmith, Hartenstein in that range. I think we pretty much agree. Now let's get to the what's up, man? What's up, CPA?
Hold on, Joe.
So the next range, I'll say down to Kaysen, because all four of these guys play for sure. So Dort, McConnell, Benny Math, Kaysen Wallace. I think there's legit paths where Benny Math and Wallace don't play a ton tonight. I think there's legit paths. McConnell, we agree he's going to play 15 to 18 no matter what. And Dort is going to be super up and down, but at 4,600, I don't see how Dort is not a much better play than these three guys. At least from me, I got to put Dort number one. And definitely, I'm putting it in this order, just straight down this same order. But I think Dort is a significantly better play than McConnell and Benny Math and Kaysen Wallace, at least for me.
Okay, I think I'm going to have TJ. Like, I think I'm going to have them close to that, but I think I'm going to have TJ slightly ahead of you.
You're going to have him projected higher?
He's just been better. Even in 18 minutes, he's just been better than Lou Dort. Yeah, it comes back down to Lou Dort is out there to play defense and shoot rainbow threes. When TJ's out there, he's got the ball in his hands. It's just a big difference. Yeah, one guy's getting 36 minutes, one guy's getting 18. I totally get what you're saying. I'm probably going to end up with a decent amount of both, though, at the price tags. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, their price is way better.
Way better.
I could honestly put – I'm kind of done with Hartenstein, too, where I could probably put both of them even ahead of Hartenstein a little bit.
Like put Hartenstein at like 18.
I mean, or just bump these guys. Yeah, let's do that with Hartenstein, though, just to make it even better. Let's go 20. Let's go. I want Dort a little. I got to give Dort a little bit more. I like Dort tonight. Let's give TJ.
I kind of like him. I like both those guys. I like that range.
Let's get them ahead of Hartenstein. Now let's go down. Benny Man. I mean, I'm okay leaving these guys about where they are. Like, I don't think we have to take crazy.
I like that, AG. I like that. Dort over 8.5 points. I like that.
What is it? Oh yeah,
Dort
I like Dort. I feel good about Dort in these. In Dort, say what you want about him. He's like a big game player where he like thrives on that like extra energy that like I don't know. I like Dort. I don't want to play
Dort going like I could see him getting like 15 points, like something like that too. I could see him definitely because that's where he's going to get you there is points, like threes.
Right. 100%. Hit those rainbows. Get a few steals. Who was the 1K guy that I took out? Let's leave Thomas, even though I don't think Thomas Bryant plays, just because I always say that about the 1K. I mean, literally, let's give Thomas Bryant like a 0. But let's leave him.
I'm not playing him.
I mean, I'm not gonna play. I probably won't play any of these cheap guys that much, but just for the sake of what we're doing here, like Isaiah Joe's the one I really don't think I want to play, but let's leave him in there. How would you rank the cheap range just while we do it? Aaron Wiggins.
Well, I'm not playing Shepherd, Bryant.
I think don't worry about if you're playing them right now. How would you rank these 5?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those are the 2 lowest for me.
Who?
Isaiah Joe, Shepherd, and Bryant are the 2 lowest for me. Isaiah Joe, unless I thought there was a blowout, I think blowout's like his best.
Be a better play than Isaiah Joe, though. Isaiah Joe has a much more likely chance of just not playing. Shepherd's going to play for sure.
He does. I don't like any of them though because I don't think it's a blowout.
Yeah, but we're ranking them though. You got to amuse me.
All right. Put Shepherd over Isaiah Joe and Thomas Bryant. I got Kenrich Williams over Ben Shepherd. I got Aaron Wiggins over Kenrich and Ben Shepherd.
Okay, let's just
so it'd be Aaron, Kenrich, Ben Shepherd, Isaiah Joe, Thomas Bryant. Okay. That's how I would have them.
Let's I'll just leave all the captains for the sake of this. Let's see what we get. Let's see if you
Andrew, any promo codes? We got 2 going right now. You can get JBC 100K win will get you a free week, but you have to sign up for a month. You obviously can't be a current member, and you have to sign up for the month. JBC 100K win, or you can use that RPS 15 for 15% off any of the packages, the weekly or the monthly. So, yep, those are the promos right now. If you have any issues, you can obviously email info@runpuresports.com. All right.
So we got I was waiting for the Sims to run, but Jalen, I mean, this main team that popped up first, Jalen, somehow that's scrolling on me again.
Hit the button, the top right. Go to the top right, hit the toggle. No, you're not hitting the right button.
What is it then?
Up here. That's square with the arrow.
That thing?
Yes, that thing. Hit that. Okay.
I'll go full
now
screen.
You should be good. Now scroll.
Oh yeah. Okay,
oh
so
yeah.
This is actually with the Sims. Caruso. So Caruso captain somehow with the Sims. Pascal, our 2 boys, Pascal. This has to be you have to love this build. It's all your guys without SGA. All your dudes. This actually looks like a good build too. You got the 2nd and 3rd from OKC. You got Pascal, Obi, Dort. That's actually a good build.
It's all guys that I like too, pretty much like solid.
Then you got the chat. This is similar to last. So all these aren't Jalen. I actually like this one. I like this one a lot. Jalen, SGA, Caruso, 3 bench guys. You did fix the scroll too. This is nice being able to scroll.
Shout out Andy from SaberSim. Appreciate you.
Yeah, this is good stuff here. Okay, so here's all these with the Sims. Let's look. Captains. Dub's the number 1 captain, SGA. So we still don't get much Indiana anyways, which I didn't want. I even bumped Pascal for you a decent amount. He still only hits 9%.
How much captain?
9%.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, this player pool looks pretty good for you with the numbers. It's all the dudes you like. So there's that utility. We got Caruso a ton, Obi. I like how much Obi we're getting still. We did bump him a lot, though. I mean,
what did we get Nemhard, Tony? How much Nemhard did we get?
33%.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, these numbers look These are with the Sims too. Let's see just projections because I do like running projected score. So now this is where I always come back because I always go projected score. It's SGA.
Look how much Nemhard and Neesmith we get though, Tony. Just because they're hit, even though we don't love them, they're just hitting with the projections they're getting, the projections.
Oh man, I like these numbers. I feel good. You got 20. It still got the most dub though, even with those projections. Still,
I like dub.
28, 20 for Shea, 10 for. I mean, I'm not going to play these cheaper captains, but I do like how they pop up. Like Dort. I love Dort tonight. I probably should play a little Dort captain. 10.
I don't know if I'm going that far. I don't know if I'm going that. You're taking it too far right now,
these
Tony.
rainbows drop in on you, and you're like, "Oh man, Dort."
I'm gonna play him. I'm captain. You're.
Yeah.
I'd rather just bet him 15 plus points or something. I bet you it's like plus. What is 15 plus points? What do we think? It's like plus 500.
I mean, it's probably even higher. Honestly, like that's a decent amount for him. I don't know.
Let's see.
So I get actually with those projections, I get hardly any Halliburton, which I don't want. Turner, I like these numbers. Hartenstein, not much. Wiggins, Benny, Kenrich,
plus 450.
Plus 350.
450, 15 plus. Thank you, AJ.
I like where we're at.
Yeah, I like those numbers. I'm with you. I think we're kind of on the same path with most of the slate, except for you like SGA a lot more in the captain. You don't.
I'll say another thing too, just to compound. I think SGA is going to be lower owned because of his price, which makes me like him even more. Like he wasn't hitting in the Sims at all. It makes me. I think it's the Shea game. So I feel good that his price. I'm happy that his price is high. I mean, he's 4,000 more than Dub.
I mean, he's played really good up till like the last two games where he's had just like kind of rough fantasy games. And some of these other like guys, like I said, Chet started to come on the last two games. Siakam's had a good back-to-back games. So he's coming on. But yeah, I mean, he could be lower owned. I always thought too.
I don't want people to hear that the wrong way. But when I say lower owned, I don't mean he's not going to be low owned. He's going to be very high owned. I'm just saying he'll be lower owned than he should be.
I always think too, people are going to gravitate more to like the mid-tier captains.
They love the mid-tier captains for sure.
Like everyone.
They get all good guys. Like if you pop in Obi or any of these like you get better team overall.
Yeah, Alex Caruso, Obi, those type of plays. So, yeah, people love doing that shit, getting their higher floor last guy. It does feel like he should be due.
I think it's tonight. I think he puts belt to ass tonight for these Pacers.
I think it's either that and we could see like it'll be interesting how they defend the pick in the switch, Tony, because SGA is either gonna.
You don't have choices though. Like you have to switch or they're gonna kill you.
Well, if not, SGA is gonna get a bunch of assists because J-Dub's gonna have a mismatch. He's gonna be wide open.
They're just gonna switch though. I know how Carlisle does it. They're just gonna switch. So it's gonna be Neesmith on SGA.
Well, Neesmith's going to get Neesmith has gotten cooked.
So what does that mean? This is always what I say the next day. Why didn't we take it one step further with the takes? So what does that mean? If Neesmith keeps getting cooked, what is that? Does that mean more Benny Math minutes somehow or something?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it could. Because we don't like Shepherd. We know TJ's locked into TJ minutes, right? Like
TJ's definitely not going to be guarded at that spot anyway. No. So like it's not going to impact him as much.
Yeah, we know Nemhard on SGA. We know this, but what happens when they just keep running that screen?
If they ran it the whole fourth quarter and the dude had 18 points because of it. So like
That's what we're saying. We understand that Nemhard is going to be on him, but
I hate saying this, but I think this might be what happens, in my opinion, just because I don't really see the other. They like his defense, whether we agree with it or not. They like his defense, and I might have to bump him a little bit because of that.
I think we should, because we don't like Neesmith anyways that much. Like, we're lower on him in general. We think he's going to get cooked. We know he gets in foul trouble all the time.
Yeah,
like
correct.
All the time. He's fouled out in the last 2 games. So, it's still, I mean, it is what it is. He's getting like low 20s though. That's the thing with Neesmith that's annoying, Tony. He can foul out. He can only play like 30 minutes, but like 24 and he's on the winner.
He's just a really good player too. Like, he hits threes, he plays defense, he rebounds. He's just really good.
I saw someone, I forget, they were talking about how he was giving Joe Mazzulla a ton of credit, saying he was always on him as a coach and stuff like that, and he was just giving him a ton of credit with the Boston teams and stuff like that. That's another good player that Boston just, like, they had too many good guys. They couldn't keep them all. Like,
I bet they would like to have him now. Man, he would fit good
now.
on there.
9.5 points for Benny Math. Yeah. I could see it.
I don't love Benny Math, though. He's still not a defender. I think it's Shepherd. Even though I personally don't like Shepherd, I know Carlisle does. I know he does.
Dude, the last game, though, like 14 minutes. Now, he did get minutes at the end, right? That kind of tells you something. Like, at the end, they were trailing also.
Yeah.
Right? But he's gotten 22 minutes in 2 games in this series. So the minutes are possible, right? Again,
I think get a lot of Benny Math anyways because he's cheap.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying, I think he's the tougher one from a minutes perspective to project, because I think it's
you nailed it at the beginning though. Like, if he plays good, he's like the up and down version of, who are we talking about? God, I forget who we were talking about, where he's super up and down.
Who? Like, from a minutes perspective or a fantasy
perspective?
like
Scoring. I was trying to remember who we were talking
Tyrese?
about.
Who the hell are we talking about?
Maybe it was Tyrese, and it's on probably in the stud.
Tyrese is the biggest boom bust, like, in the stud from like a fantasy perspective. Like, dude's getting 55 or he's getting 35. Like, it feels like pretty much nightly and stuff like that. So
Benny Math and Shep, I think are,
I'm going to bump up Benny Math a little bit.
And again, you're not, the good part about Shep, Benny Math we like, but Shep, you saw the cheap range when we were looking at it. Where's it at?
It's bad.
Cheap range. Like, with Shep, the good thing about it is all he has to do is outscore from Wiggins down, really. Maybe
and
not even
you need SGA you need like a stud to nuke.
An SGA to crush.
Yeah.
Which I like anyway. So Shepherd might end up being the key to my night a little bit. Even if he gets like 10.
It's going to be so funny how you hate Shepherd and he's going to end up being a guy you're just like way over on.
Mustache. Like, man.
Stupid mustache. Unbelievable. All right. Well, we broke it down. I think we gave the people a good path to start with. If you want more, if you want the full, exposures, our cores, everything like that on that NBA slate builder sheet that we do, sign up, use that code RPS15. You can use the code JVC 100K win if you want that free week. Remember though, you got to sign up for a month if you do that one. So yeah, you can use either one of those. Favorite utility, Tony, on site I will not name. I can pull it up real quick. Let's pull it up real quick. See what we got here.
I don't even know there's another site, so I can't answer.
Yeah. I just figured out who he was talking about real quick. Let's see. We got.
You guys build different when it comes to single entry? No, I always play my best team in single entry. Whatever team I like the most, I play it in single entry as my main team. I've always been probably best at playing one team too. In NBA, I've always been good at that. I just play my best team. I don't do anything crazy.
Yeah, on that site, I mean, TJ looks really cheap. Benny Math, too cheap. Lou Dort, extremely cheap. I mean, I think you're going to play Aaron Nesmith, Toppin are still cheap. I think you're going to play two of TJ, like TJ, Benny Math, Lou Dort, and then I throw Obi Toppin in there. I think you're going to play two of those guys, and then just from there, you can easily get three studs in, and then you have your last spot, which is whatever that is. I like Caruso in the mid tier, but yeah, I think that's the way to go. It's easy to fit too, and that's with if you like Tony's build of SGA captain, that's with him in the top spot. So yeah, I mean, I think it's very cut and dry over there. You got a bunch of misprices. So you don't even need to do the 1K. I feel like on this site, it's just, ton of mispriced guys. So yeah, I would get two from that range I talked about, and then three studs, and then see where you're at for your last spot. It'll kind of build itself out from there. So I like that. But yeah, I agree. Bryce, remember to like and subscribe. If you like the video, hit the like button on it. Subscribe to the channel. Because like I said, if we go live at 10, 10:15, 10:30, 2 o'clock, you'll get notified when we go live. So you don't have to be like, oh, shit, they went live early or later. Just hit that subscribe button, and that'll fix all that. So, Tony, do you have a favorite bet for tonight, or have you not looked yet?
Not looked, but it'll be when I do get in there and bet that normal like parlay and stuff. It'll definitely be some of those like SGA points, probably over 40 tonight for me. I like that 40 number. Caruso,
you like Lou Dort. You like Lou Dort.
Lou Dort. Like Lou Dort threes. Again, I haven't looked at the numbers, but maybe over 3 or 4 threes, whatever gives me a nice plus number. And then throw in a couple more, like maybe Shepherd. If I can find a nice like Shepherd threes line or something, I'll put it in the chat though tonight. And I'm back home now, so I'll be on the baseball show later today too, and we'll get all. I'm hunkered down today. I'm ready for a big day, so let's get it today. And join the freaking. Click the promo code JSU talked about and get in there and join us. We still got a week left of NBA Finals. What's game 7? Sunday if it gets there, probably.
Sunday.
I'm sure
Yep.
Thursday.
Sunday.
Yeah. Check us out.
Yep. Join. You get that free week too. So you pretty much get this week for free, right? If you join now, you get the whole rest of NBA pretty much free. You got baseball going all throughout the week, MMA, NASCAR, golf. We got it all. So, I mean, check us out. Use that code. Get the free week. JBC 100K win. And come hang out with us. Make sure you join the Discord too. When you sign up, make sure you join the Discord. Get in the Discord. Come talk some sports with us. Yeah, big card. Hopefully it's way better than the last one.
It's gotta be.
I don't know how it can be worse. So
I don't know if I can do 3 threes, AG. 2 might be my. I know 1400's nice. I like that, but I might need 1 or 2, like where it's just a little bit of a booster.
I think parlay. 1 or 2 is definitely the max.
3's ambitious, but it does get you a nice boost. I'll say that. It gets you a nice little plus 14 in there, but it's a little ambitious.
You want the nice boost. Do like an all Pacers parlay, but click OKC to win with the spread or something like that. That's how you get like those negative correlating parlay boosts. You'll get like a crazy jump. Or you bet a bunch of overs and then you bet the under in the game. That's, again, another way how you get, like, the parlay jumps. So if you want, like, the big ones. But, all right. Yeah, that'll do it here for the show. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We'll see you guys again on Thursday. Same time, same place for that show. Until then, for Big T and myself, JSU, we'll see you guys. Good luck in your DK bets and DFS lineups. We're out here. Peace.